Hey Weight Loss Rebels, how's it going? Physique Coach Scott Tousignant here to talk about ab training fundamentals. Now, I hear a few things get tossed around like abs are made in the kitchen or abs are 70% diet, 30% exercise. Some random bullshit number that's completely pulled out of the hat is based on absolutely nothing, absolutely meaningless, and it kind of drives me crazy if you can tell. Now, if getting abs is a goal of yours, if you want to reveal your 6-pack abs or even a 4-pack, it does require you to get lean enough for them to show. And that is done by creating a caloric deficit through your diet and exercise. But I know a lot of men and women who have gotten crazy ass lean, completely shredded, and have still been very unhappy with their abs. They come to me like, Scott, I'm super lean. How come my abs aren't popping out? How come they're not visible? They're really not showing. And the reason for that is that they didn't put enough time into building up their abs, kind of thickening up those muscles to really get them to pop out, to bring out the aesthetic details of their midsection. So I'm going to share how I typically structure my ab routine, some of my favorite ab training exercises. I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't have access to some of this equipment, or you're a beginner, or you want me to show different variations of these ab training routines, please let me know, and I have no problem. I will get on it right away and look forward to sharing more of those details with you. Again, if abs are not your goal, that's fine. Another thing is when people want to get abs, they spend hours. They'll even take up a half hour of their workout dedicated to ab training, thinking that they're going to burn the fat from their midsection. Do not do that. I spend maybe about 3, 4, sometimes 5 days a week. I'll train my abs, but it's only for like 10 minutes max whenever I do it. 5 to 10 minutes of abs training, 3 to 5 days a week is sufficient. Don't waste half of your workout or 3/4 of your workout doing ab training. You want to get more bang from your buck by working the other muscle groups. But for now, here's my favorite ab training workout. Exercises, put together a combination of these to create your own 5 to 10 minute ab training routine. Do it 3 to 5 days per week. I look forward to hearing your input, and I will catch up with you soon.
Now, in most cases, I begin my abs workout by performing exercises that place a little more emphasis on the lower abdominals, because that seems to be an area that fatigues quicker in the workout. So to target that area, to place more emphasis on the lower abdominal, you're going to be curling your pelvis upward. So it's all about tilting the pelvis. As you can see here in the hanging knee raises, I'm not stopping when my thighs are parallel to the ground. I curl my pelvis, tilt it upwards, and drive my knees towards my chin. Now there's also sleeves. If you don't want to hang from a bar, you can slide your arms in sleeves. If hanging knee raises are too tough, I recommend reverse crunches to start building strength in the lower abdominals. Same movement here. Take a note of the pelvis and the movement. I'm bringing my knees towards my chin and tilting that pelvis. So it's exact same movement. It's easier because I'm lying on the ground. Next in my workout, I really like to perform some power wheel ab rollouts. There's different variations. Some people can use, like behind me there, you'll see those barbells, and those barbells roll along the floor. So if you don't have access to a wheel like this, you can just grab one of those barbells and place both hands fairly close together and roll yourself out. Very challenging exercise. What I recommend, first begin by dropping your hips forward and then start to roll the wheel out. I like to keep that wheel underneath me as long as I can and then roll it out so the hips go down first, because I see a lot of people, their hips are still high and their shoulders are like way out there, and they feel weak in the shoulder joint, and they're not getting as much tension in the abs. Also, I keep my butt a little bit higher. I don't let my butt sag down. So afterwards, I like to perform some sort of crunching movement. So the ab wheel, it's more of like a stabilizer type movement. It also hits the lower abs really well. This is a cable crunch, my favorite exercise that targets the mid and upper aspects of the abs. So I mentioned lower abs is all about tilting the pelvis up. To target the upper portion of the abs, it's all about curling the shoulders forward. So any kind of crunching movement, sit-up type thing where you're rounding the shoulders, rounding the back, curling the shoulders towards your hips. That's going to place a little more emphasis on the upper and middle abs. Then I'll move on to some sort of twisting movement that will target my obliques, transverse abdominals. This is an exercise that I don't go very heavy with. Sometimes I'll do wood choppers or do cable twists, but some sort of twisting movement that will engage the obliques. And then I always finish off my ab workouts with some sort of plank movement. Here I'm doing a Spider-Man, so I'm holding a plank and bringing my knee to my elbow, so that's also engaging the obliques, transverse abdominals, and working my abs as a whole, working the core, so to say. So all in all, I'd say I'm either going to do the hanging knee raises or the reverse crunch, so swap one of those in and out. I like to perform an ab wheel in there, some sort of crunching movement for the upper abs. So lower abs, ab wheel, upper abs, and then twisting movement for the obliques, and then plank.